Hello and welcome to another episode of What Travis Says. My name is Travis and let's talk about Doctor Who. No, seriously, let's actually talk about Doctor Who. Because today it is March 15th, the Ides of March, about halfway through the month of March, about halfway through March Travis Says. And seeing as how we are getting 0 new Doctor Who episodes until next year, there has been very limited Doctor Who content to cover. Sure, I can talk about DVD boxed sets and them animating classic Doctor Who episodes so we finally get to sort of watch them, but there's a lot that I just don't cover because it's just not interesting to me. Do I like the fact that John Barrowman and Russell T Davies took a selfie together? Sure I do. It's very heartwarming. Will I make a video about it? Probably not. Will I make a video about a scientific discovery just because almost every single article has the words "Move over, Doctor Who" in the title? Probably not. But there is also a wealth of informational Doctor Who content that I just haven't really tapped into very much, and because I'm not sure if you would be interested in that type of content, I haven't actually put a lot of my hard-earned money towards funding those types of videos because they involve other things for me to talk about that I would actually have to own. Most of the Doctors at some point or another have had a comic series based on some of their external adventures outside of the show. There are a lot of novelizations of every single Doctor with adventures outside of the show. But see, I don't know if you would enjoy knowing about the adventures outside of the show, or if that would just be kind of like, meh, not really canon to my Doctor Who. So because we are halfway through March and then going forward into the rest of 2019, I want to know from you, would those types of videos be interesting to you? I would read and learn about these stories and then dispel informational, interesting things that I find in those stories and create a video around it. I know I've sort of done this in the past with a few Doctor Who comics, but instead of actually covering the entire comic, I'm going to pick certain aspects, certain actions, certain motivations behind the characters, the Doctor, the villains, and talk about specific actions that happen in the story. I know I'm probably not making much sense right now, but instead of a summary of the entire adventure, I'm going to pick a certain aspect of the adventure to talk about in the video. I promise it's going to be more interesting than the way that I'm making it sound right now, because I know what I see in my head. It's just hard to turn those ideas into words without much preparation. The flip side of that content is me specifically pinpointing and talking about certain characters, certain weapons, certain planets in the series of Doctor Who, just for an entire video. I've done it before with a few villains, I've done it with Rose and Martha, but mainly my opinions of those companions, but these would be breakdowns of the characters, and I would just be really interested in knowing if that is something that you would want to see me talk about. Like I said, I figured since this is halfway through March, now would be a good time to have these sort of discussions, and I want you to know that this isn't me saying what type of content should I make, because I'm going to make Doctor Who content regardless. I just want to know what kind of Doctor Who content you would be interested in seeing with the show being off the air the entire year. So if you would like to see that type of content, hit like, leave a comment, let me know that that is something that you would want to see moving forward. Oh, and don't worry, I'm totally going to be covering aspects of the show when we learn more about the next season. But also, as a fun little aside, down in the comments below, make me choose between two things in Doctor Who. Rose or Donna, Trenzalore or the Earth. Just give me two Doctor Who things down below that are similar and make me choose. But as always, my name is Travis, thank you for listening to what I have to say, and you will see me tomorrow.